I was so excited when my husband gave me a Cricut Maker for Christmas this year. I just couldn't wait to get started making all the paper projects. So this is my very first Cricut project. I learned a lot making this project. There were some little tweaks and I had a few little mishaps, but I got it done and it's just so cute. So if you're a Cricut beginner like me, this is a great craft for you to make something for your kids and to learn how to customize designs in Cricut Design Space. Let's get started. So we're here in Cricut Design Space and I'm already logged in, as you can see, but and you can tell that I've already created this project, but I'm going to create it again so you can see exactly what I did to make it. So what I wanted to do, now you can search all through here, it's fun, but I just go to the first one that says ready to make projects, and I'm going to type in fan finger, and I'm just going to go all categories. And boom, there it is. It's felt fan finger. Click on that and you'll see that this is actually a really huge project. And it says the felt fan finger is 8 inches by 15 inches. And you're going to need felt and interfacing, and that just, honestly, for my first real Cricut project, that was a lot more involved than I wanted. I wanted something super duper simple. Excuse me. So, since it's $0, it's free for now, I went ahead and I figured, okay, I can adapt this. I can make this work. So, I'm going to go click on Customize. There we go. Now you see there's the white background here, there's the yellow, there's all this. There's lots of pieces here that are actually not what you need to turn it into a paper fan finger. So what we're going to do is I'm going to just hide this, hide those. You don't need them. Just throw them out. You don't need it. Now, so here's hand one. That's the back. Here's the front. Now this, if you click on it, this right now has selected all this white area right in here. And the number 1 and all of that. But right now it's listed as a cut. And I don't want it to be a cut. I want it to be a draw. So I'm going to change this. It says line type up here. I'm changing line type to draw. Done. Very simple. Now, where it was white before, you now see an outline, and it's going to draw the outline with the pen. Another thing I'm going to show you, though, is that if you see, the height is 14.5 inches, which is just too big. Excuse me. That's too big for 12 by 12 paper. That's all I've got right now. Like I said, this is a first project for me. I want to keep things simple. So I'm figuring for my kids, cutting it down to fit on a 12 by 12 sheet of paper will be fine. It'll be too small for my hand, but it'll be fine for the kids. And we're really just making crafts for the kids to enjoy during the game. So I'm going to I'm going to go ahead and select these as well. I don't need to, but I'm going to select them just in case I ever want to go back and make this project the full size. This way, everything will stay proportionate. So I'm selecting everything, and I'm going to go here, and I'm going to change the height up here. I'm going to do this. I'm going to change it to 11.75 just because I want to make sure there's a margin. and it automatically resized, so it should fit the 12 by 12 mat. I'm going to then put the position at 0 and 0. So that's right at the edge of my mat, because I know that a 12 by 12 piece of paper, this is going to be taking up almost the entire sheet of paper. Now, one of the problems I had over and over again, I tried to, at this point, just go ahead and click make it. Sounds great, right? But the problem I had is that every time I did that, this cut line for this hand, no, not that hand, this hand, the cut line was never right. It was always cutting along here, and you could never get it figured out. I watched about 3 or 4 different YouTube videos before I was able to figure out what it was they were doing to get it to cut properly. So I figured, let's make this simple and do just this and let you see exactly what it is. So now, in order to make this draw and cut properly with the right margin, all you have to do is you're going to select that hand. We know we've got the proper hand because we've got the box around it. So we've got to select the yellow hand that's on this side with the drawing. Select that. And I'm on a Mac, so I'm going to press Command. So I'm putting those two together. Now I grouped them together. You don't necessarily have to do that. I'm doing that just because I want them to stay together. But the important thing to do is to click Attach right there. Now we're going to click on Make It. It's on 2 mats. You see that. The mat size is 12 by 12, which is what I wanted. And the first thing it's going to cut is the back of the hand. You can see down here that there are the lines and it says draw and cut. That's the front of the hand. So we're going to go with the back of the hand first. Now we're going to click Continue down here. You can see I've got Maker. I'm connecting it by Bluetooth. It takes a minute or so to connect. There we go. Now I am using light cardstock. Load tools. All we need is the blade. We don't need a tool in clamp A, but we need the blade in clamp B. Load the mat and press the load unload button. All right. You can see I'm doing this the first time with the arrow pointing this way. This is going to be important for this project. Just lightly put pressure and then press load. All right. Now, time to press go. All right, all done with the first cut. Unload, and let's take a look. Next it says load tools and mat. We need to load a black pen in clamp A. And we've got the fine point blade in clamp B. So let's do that. And I'm going to load it into clamp A until it clicks. And then we're going to close it. Now, here's important to note. I haven't removed the original cut, and I'm doing this with the arrow pointing out this time towards me. I'm going to load it in. You see it, there's no open arrow there. So now let's load. All right, it's all ready to go. We've got our pen in, we've got our blade in. Let's go. I don't have to do anything, but you see it's over there and it's just switched to the knife blade. Look at how closely that is cut, but it is cut perfectly. And take a look at this. You can see it drew the hand and all the detail perfectly, and then it cut the outline just perfectly around it because it did it all in the same pass. Now let's flip the mat over and unload everything.